Hey, P. Gaffney here, PGPT. Firstly, I want to start off by saying Happy New Year. I hope 2017 is a great year for you and you achieve everything you set out to achieve at the start of the year. Now, today I wanted to talk specifically about staying slim, weight loss, and different tactics to do it. Now, we've touched on nutrition numerous times. We've touched on exercise. Today, I want to actually talk about just movement and your lifestyle and being active. I think one of the biggest reasons I'm slim and the way that I am is not down to my diet, it's not down to the intensity I train, but it's down to my lifestyle and it's down to my movement. Now, my background is that I'm Australian, I grew up in the sun. Culturally, for me, being outdoors and being active was ingrained into my DNA. And that's always continued throughout my teenage years into my adult life. I'll give you an example. I will walk always, everywhere, every day to get the milk, to go pick up something from the shop, use stairs. I'll always take stairs over lifts. I'm just an active guy. I've got a lot of nervous energy as well, so I'm constantly moving. And I think that that helps me far more than my diet helps me and far more than my exercise helps me, because my exercise workouts, they're only 30 minutes. I only exercise 4 times a week. I'm not exercising for an hour and a half every day. My diet isn't always 100% clean. I do like to drink. I do like to have takeaways. I'm normal. But what I do have as an advantage is that I'm constantly on the go. I wouldn't even think twice about running up 3 flights of stairs. I wouldn't think twice about running down to the shop to pick something up. I'm just a go, go, go person. Now, if I use the science of this, my BMR, my basal metabolic rate, at rest, me being 80 kilos, is about 1900 calories. Now, if I use, there is now a sliding scale between 1.2 to 1.8 for energy expenditure. If I was to use the lower end, 1.2, that's someone who's very inactive. I stay, I've got a desk job, I'm not a personal trainer. I don't do anything in terms of movement. I multiply 1900 by 1.2, that gives me about 2300 calories. If I use, and this is being conservative, if I now use the multiple of 1.5, which is in the middle of 1.2 to 1.8, that gives me a calorie allowance of 2,800 calories. So that gives me an extra 500 calories to play with. And I think that that's one of my biggest advantages, is that I have, because I am so active, because I have that movement, my energy expenditure is much higher, and that's what keeps me staying trim, keeping lean. So that's my challenge for you guys. We're not talking about diet today, we're not talking about exercise programs, we're talking about incidental exercise. We're just talking about moving. If you're idle most of the day, if you have a desk job, get up and walk. If you're on the 3rd floor at work, 4th floor, take the stairs, walk, get off a stop early at the tube, just move. That's what's helped me, especially later in life as I've become a family man. I've got children, I have less time sometimes to go to the gym. My diet isn't as perfect as it was when I was a single guy. But what has stayed true and what has stayed consistent throughout my 34 years is I've always been on the go. So that's the homework, or that's the advice for today. Think about how much you move when you're not exercising. Think about how much you move just in your day-to-day life. If you're not sure, buy yourself one of the pedometers and measure out your 10,000 steps. See how active you are. If you're only hitting 3,000 every day, then that's something that you can actively step up and do. And I know when my wife, Shelley, postnatal, she always wears one. And if she was sort of on 7,000 towards the end of the night, she would go out to the shops to buy some milk. She wouldn't drive, she'd walk. So it gives you a better indication about how active and fit you are. That's the key, that's the lesson for today, movement. Have a good day, guys.